Good evening. My name is Thurman Greco, and the name of this program is Let's Live. And we come to you from Channel 23, the educational television channel in Woodstock, New York, and from the YouTube channel, Let's Live with Thurman Greco. And we've got a very exciting guest tonight. I am extremely excited about having this guest. And I have come to know her, not that we visited at all because we're both busy. We both have booths at the Mowers Meadows Saturday Market. And she has, when you come into the Mowers Meadows Saturday Market, the first booth on the left. And will you start off by introducing yourself and how we can get in touch with you? And then let's go.
Sure, absolutely. Nice to be here. My name is Rebecca Zuber. And you can contact us, myself and my daughter. We're a partnership in this little enterprise at createpossibilities.co. So the email would actually be info@createpossibilities.co. However, I suggest very strongly that you also can go up onto Instagram at createpossibilities.co. And this is the best way to communicate with us, and look forward to hearing from you. Hopefully you'll like to hear more about us once we've told you what we're all about.
And so if you have an Instagram account, do you have a Facebook account?
We actually don't.
That's very interesting. And do you advertise on the Mowers Meadow?
No, we don't advertise because we're really not about sales, and I'll tell you a little bit more about us.
Tell us about it.
So really, my daughter and I, both from the fashion industry, me obviously for a lot longer than her. I've been president of a couple of companies, and really was very exhausted from the industry that is such a wasteful industry, although I had a wonderful career, and really were looking for new ways to do things. And I moved away from the fashion industry, as did my daughter, and we started to really look at how could this be about give back, about how do things differently. Obviously with the sustainability side of it, but also the ethics, and really supporting artisans, because a lot of the crafts are disappearing in the world. So one of the organizations that we got involved with about 6 years ago is called HaitiProjects.co. Sorry, HaitiProjects.org. And it's a wonderful organization out of Haiti of now 150 women in the artisan who are hand embroidering products. And I'd love to show you a little bit about what they do, especially their work is just extraordinary. This is, for instance, a night dress that is all hand embroidered and crocheted by the women. All the money that they earn from embroidering these products goes to helping them to feed their families and send their children to school. The organization also has a clinic and has a library, a beautiful children's library, and many, many activities that they do. It's a very, very amazing organization that is in an area in Haiti, in southern Haiti, called Fond de Blanc. In Fond de Blanc, it's an area where I understand that they actually learnt this craft, this incredible craft. I couldn't believe it was hand embroidered when I first saw it, from the French nuns there in the area. And we are very supportive of this organization. We helped them to design, take their beautiful craft and make it a little bit more suitable for the American or non-Haiti market, and came up with some ideas with them, of which they are producing today. And we supply different stores and online, and they have the most incredible website. I really suggest you go up on their website.
So when you say we can reach you on Instagram, you're saying that we can find these products on Instagram?
Absolutely. But you can also go directly to the organization called HaitiProjects.org, and you can support them by donating to them and also buying these products.
And if you're in Woodstock, you can go to the Mowers Market and buy these products?
You can. We're occasionally, we're not there all the time, but you can contact us and you can buy them for your stores, for your individual uses. They're absolutely amazing. So I don't know whether you got a great close-up of this, but the embroidery is incredible. They do something which is just extraordinarily exciting for us, which it is beautiful. You can't smell it, but it's actually lavender.
Oh, it's luscious.
Pure lavender sachets. Now they make a number of different designs which they hand embroider here, and this lavender, very unusual to have. They're full of pure lavender. I've had mine now for over 5 years, and I just squeeze it and it keeps on going. And we have these, I always say to people, this one's for your underwear drawer, this is for your socks, and put this one under your pillow because it helps you go to sleep. So there's a lot of fun. They have bees, so we designed a bee with them. And then we have, again, this beautiful raised French embroidery. Just look how gorgeous that is.
That embroidery is so beautiful.
It's incredible.
And it is the three-dimensional quality really is good.
Yeah.
It's special.
It's very special. And this helps send their children to school and feed their families. You know, there's the organization really talks about, you know, empower a woman, raise a family, and raise a village. So I think feed a family and raise a village, which is very exciting. Here I have something which I think is really interesting. So these are actually, I'm not sure if you're able to see this, but this is called a Vevey symbol. There are many symbols out of the Haitian culture, and this one is actually the warrior. This one is women power. I think you can see how that is women power. And this one, which is I think probably my favorite, is communication and the crossroads. They're such beautiful designs and so much meaning behind them. This one with the crossroads, I was told by one of the Haitian people that I met, there's little dots in the middle there, and this is what you put little wishes in whenever you're at the crossroads, and we're often at crossroads in our lives. So I love this one. Yeah.
So these are Haitian symbols.
Well, they're Vevey symbols. So Vevey symbols is not particularly Haitian. It's a part of Haitian culture.
But it is
Yeah.
not okay.
Yeah.
So it is a segment.
Segment,
You've
yeah.
gone in.
It's like it's on the voodoo side, right?
Oh, really?
Which is really interesting. Yeah. So we get very excited about these things, and then I want to show you the linen towels that they make, the hand towels. So these hand towels are extraordinary. They're made from 100% linen. They are hand embroidered, as you can see. And I don't know whether any of you have ever embroidered. I know I did at school.
Oh, I did.
Oh
yeah.
my God, did the back of your embroidery look so
No,
clean?
no, never.
It's extraordinary. So I always get excited about, you know, the beautiful attention that they put to their work. And also, if you look here, there is a little run here that they actually pull the threads. So it's really incredible work. So if you look here, yeah. So we're excited to work with them on these products.
This is what really, this bee is just so marvelous. You just almost want to give the guy a name, you know? It's really lovely.
So they have bees now in the co-op, and that's an exciting new venture for them. And so Michaela, who helped them design these products, came up with a little bee design, and they embroider it. It's very beautiful, very beautiful.
They have bees in the what?
In the cooperative. It's an artisan cooperative. So where they sit and embroider, and it's a collection of women.
And
yeah.
when you say they have bees, are you referring to live bees?
Live bees, yeah.
As
live
in,
bees.
As in
Beehives.
Beehives.
Absolutely, they have beehives now. So it's very exciting.
Wow. So if they've got beehives and the women gather together and do
when
this?
they can, they gather together, they come together. There's some beautiful, go up online and have a look at HaitiProjects.org. You will be able to see beautiful pictures of the women and their children and all the activities. They have an incredible clinic there. I mean, the work that this organization is doing is incredible, and as everybody knows, Haiti constantly goes through such a hard time, and anything that you can do to contribute will be wonderful. Thank you.
Well, and so you have the pillows, and now you can either get the pillows at Mowers Meadow here in Woodstock, or you can go to Instagram, or you can
go up directly to the HaitiProjects.org and purchase from them, which we love, and also donate. You don't have to purchase anything, you can also donate.
Well, it's very true. When you donate, you feel like you become a part of something.
Absolutely.
Which is not the same thing as purchasing something, because you may feel a closeness, but you really do feel closer. You have become friends with the organization. But this work is just incredible.
So one of the things that my daughter and I, when we decided to come up with a little company as a sideline for what we've been doing, was all about give back. But give back needs to be circular. So we came up with a little company called Create Possibilities. And the idea is create possibilities for others and yourself. So through your purchase, there's nothing wrong with buying something for yourself or a gift for somebody for Thanksgiving. You are also giving to yourself, giving to others, and making a difference in somebody else's life. So it's a circle. That's what I love to see it as.
That's wonderful.
So that's what that's about. And everything we're doing now is about give back in some way. It became distasteful to do things that don't make a difference in something. So we've really come up with some other projects that we've been working on, and would love to share another one with you.
Well, sure.
So do you know about the Innocence Project?
No, I do not.
Okay. So the Innocence Project was formed by a couple of attorneys in 1992, Peter Neufeld and Barry Schecht. And they're two attorneys that saw that through DNA, which was not new, but they saw that they could actually help to exonerate wrongly incarcerated people from the prison system through DNA testing. And this organization started in New York and has done the most incredible work over the years in helping to exonerate people. I think it's over 300 people today they've exonerated from the prison system through DNA testing, who were wrongfully incarcerated 25, 35 years in prison.
That is, you've just said, when you talk about that number, just getting the DNA and getting the test and proving in your mind that the person is innocent, that's just the first step. Then you've got to go through all...
Exactly. That's exactly right.
So that's a lot of work.
So that takes money, and it takes funding, and it takes these wonderful volunteers. There's many now thousands of attorneys that help volunteer. And it's not only in New York now, it's across the country. And they have even helped to exonerate off of death row over 25 people.
That's amazing. Row.
So I don't know how it happened, but I only came across them about 3 or 4 years ago now. Driving in the car, driving upstate, beautiful day, probably in the fall, listening to Joe Rogan. I don't know if any of you know Joe Rogan. Great podcast, a little crazy, a little rogue, but I enjoy listening to him. And he was interviewing these two wonderful attorneys. It was a 2.5-hour podcast, highly recommend, and telling the story of these exonerees and their families, and how some of these people had come out of the prison system and were doing incredible good in the world after being wrongly accused and wrongly incarcerated for over 25 years. So you can't help being moved by that. I was so moved by some of the stories. I actually had to pull my car to the side. I was crying my eyes out. So at the time I was telling my daughter about it, and we decided to come up with a line of which all the profits, every single penny of the profits goes directly to the Innocence Project. We have here room and linen sprays, incredible smells again. These are made with pure witch hazel, organic witch hazel, and beautiful scents. We're using essential oils of lavender and lemongrass. And then we have also pure ingredients for creams. All the products here are 100% cruelty-free. And absolutely every cent here goes to the Innocence Project. And we have a lot of people stop and ask us about the Innocence Project, and whether they buy or not, we really don't care. Go up and look at innocenceproject.org. It's an incredible website, incredible work these people are doing. Again, it's not the Innocence Project, it's innocenceproject.org. And you will see there lots and lots of incredible information about what the work they're doing. And again, to donate to this organization is quite meaningful in this world. You can really make a difference to somebody's life who's been wrongly incarcerated.
You know, for a situation like that, I'm just going to imagine this, and I may not be right at all, but you really into consciousness raising is what you're doing. I mean, you are contributing something. You are making a donation, and you are talking to a person about the product, but it's also very much about introducing the Innocence Project to the world.
Absolutely.
Which is a completely different thing. I know that in my own case, I have a booth at Mowers Meadow, and some days people wonder, why are you even here? But if you talk to 2 or 3 people, you've had a wonderful day.
That's exactly right.
You know, so this is wonderful.
So
How long ago did you start this?
I started 3 years ago. So
that's wonderful.
So that's a lot of fun, and it needs to be fun as well. So I'm a consultant. Most of my time is spent working, and actually I find this part of it's a hobby. It's making a difference. It's so much joy and so much interaction with beautiful people. The majority of the people that we meet and interact with really are moved by the stories of the women in the Haitian cooperative artisan, by the Innocence Project, and it's wonderful. So yeah, anything you can do to help these, really, there's a lot of good people in this world making a difference. So
well, now I got the impression that you can definitely contact the Haitian Association. Can you tell the name of that again?
HaitiProjects.org.
Okay, that you can contact them and you can make a donation.
And you can buy the product.
And here, you can also buy the product and you can make a donation either way.
Absolutely.
So whether you decide to purchase something or whether you just decide to give,
absolutely,
a minimum amount or a maximum, whatever, it's fine. Whatever.
Absolutely. And all this is also tax deductible. These are registered 501k. They're wonderful organizations, and So, I think that what we're trying to do here, and I see a lot of people doing that now in the world, is yes, we want to be creative, we want to be giving, we want to be doing that, but we also want to make ourselves feel good. And one of the ways to feel good is to give to others.
True. That's true.
And, unless we're doing both, like I have a career, I enjoy my career, it's fabulous, but unless I'm also making a difference in somebody's life, I'm not happy. So the way to be happy is to be making a difference as well for others as for yourself.
I totally agree with that. That's one of the reasons that I find myself at Mowers Meadow every Saturday that they're open, because I'm making a difference.
Right.
And that's, it's time to make a difference.
Absolutely.
That's what the planet needs right now.
Absolutely.
Is a difference.
And there's many people doing that. So that's what's so exciting. The more conversations we have, the more people we find are really making a difference in this world. So creating possibilities for others is what we're all about. And for ourselves.
Now, you've been with these people now 3 years?
So we've been here for 6 years, and we've been donating to the Innocence Project now for 3 years. So yeah, that's what we do. And then we have some other stuff that we're up to. As designers, we love to be creative. So one of the other projects, my daughter and I love candles, and everybody's into candles lately. However, we've been burning a lot of candles, and we found out that a lot of them have quite toxic scents in them, and
Yes.
You're breathing toxic. And some of the toxins in there are actually, with parabens, quite cancerous. Never knew it. Who knew? So my daughter, being the daughter that she is, which is incredibly creative and a little bit of a scientist and an engineer, actually started to investigate and really go into the details here. She's very, very, very strong on sustainable and ethics, and she actually, that's what she did at school as well as design. And she came up with candles that we've been we're offering, which are incredible. They are made with 100% soy wax, USA soy wax, I should say. We hand pour these in Woodstock. They are made with something really, really beautiful as far as the scents are concerned. They're non-toxic scents. And we have about 9 different scents, which are the most delicious smelling.
Oh, that is lovely. That is lovely.
They have these beautiful tops, which are also hand done with dried flowers. And then we have on these different rock and roll songs, which you can see on the label. You'll see each one has a different rock and roll song.
Oh,
I should say Woodstock songs or music. And they're really beautiful. This one, for instance, is Dry Gin and Rosemary. Quite unusual scents here. And I think what's most exciting about this is really the clean. As far as being beautiful, they last a long time, but the clean, really having something that is non-toxic is incredibly important. The other thing is the jar is actually upcycled. Again, I go back to Michaela, who everything has to be about sustainability and ethics. This is actually an upcycled glass, and I'm a whiskey drinker. At the end of the day, I drink out of this glass as well. It's got a nice weight to it. So you can use this glass as well at the end of the day. These we sell online. Again, everything is available if we're at the markets, when we're at the market, but this is actually mostly online now because we're going into winter.
That's true.
Different toppings. And we also have beautiful clay ones that actually can be used in the oven afterwards. So these are oven-proof little dishes. So everything's about recycling. So this we're very excited about. This is probably one of the most joyful as far as smells are concerned. So we sit and we have the lavender, and we have the smell of the candles, and we have the sprays, and everything is about the senses. So it has to look beautiful. It has to feel beautiful, so everything you touch is beautiful. And it also has to really, really smell amazing. And then it has to make you feel good. So feeling good is also a sense, right?
So when did you and your daughter come up with this?
She came up with this about a year and a half ago.
Wow.
Yeah. We have orders from all over now.
It was 6 years ago. You got that. That in itself would keep some people busy for the rest of their lives. But that didn't really. You had room for more. So then 3 years ago you went with this, and then now last year you added the candles.
Yeah. So HaitiProjects.org, the Innocence Project. And then we have the candles that we make, and 10% of everything that we make here also goes to the Innocence Project. So we love that. And then last but maybe not least are the products that we actually hand dye and print with nature. And I'm going to show you those now. So I'm looking forward to showing these. So we have another partner with us in this called Claudia. We call ourselves the Three Witches.
This is beautiful.
These are all hand-printed products and hand-dyed.
Oh, this is lovely.
With nature, you can see all the flowers and the leaves. These are all from the region, all from Woodstock area, as you can see. So this is one piece. This is made by Claudia.
Beautiful.
They're only one of a kind. So this is something where we make to order, and also we make individual pieces. These fly out because they're so incredible. I'm going to show you a little bit more.
With the holiday coming up, some young woman would love to have that.
So that they fly out. So this is another piece Again, I don't know whether you can see it on camera, but this is also hand dyed. All the flowers and all the leaves. I mean, you can see the oak leaves here. You can see the beech leaves.
So you know when you get one
see
of
the oak
these,
there.
you've gotten something truly unique.
Completely unique.
And it's not going to repeat itself ever
Oh, no,
again.
no, there's no two alike. And again, it's upcycling. You know, again, these are really exciting pieces because we're taking products that already exist and making them new again. And yeah, these are available only individually at our workshop, so you need to be in contact with us, but we'll be more than happy to show you the collections. These pieces go very, very fast.
And these pieces are not on Instagram?
No, not usually, because there's only one of a kind, and they're usually gone by the time we put them up.
So how do you find, how
You have to be in touch with us and come and see us. You have to be in touch with us and come and see us. Look at this
So how do
piece.
they get in touch with you and come and see you?
So come see us. Well, you can contact us at createpossibilities.co, and that's probably the best way to contact us, or through Instagram at createpossibilities.co.
Okay,
so look at this piece.
So what essentially the bottom line is, create possibilities.
Absolutely.
That's
for everything. So this is taking products.
luscious.
Yeah.
Oh my word, that is just so beautiful.
Yeah, it's exciting, you know. It's
I haven't.
really
It's
exciting.
been years since I've seen something so beautiful.
Oh dear, sorry.
Don't worry. Don't worry.
Yeah, I'm not
Oh
worried.
my.
And
oh,
here's another
look at
piece.
that.
Yeah, here's another piece.
Oh.
And that's again, you know, the three witches, Claudia, myself, and Michaela. We have a lot of fun making this. And it takes a long time. It takes a lot of love and passion. I'm not sure how well you can see these products, but they're pretty amazing. Yeah, that's what I wanted to tell you all about.
It has been years since I have seen an item of clothing that beautiful.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
And it's the uniqueness
Absolutely.
and the individuality.
Yeah, I mean, nature is incredible, isn't it?
Yes.
So we take a lot of stuff for granted, but just look at this, you know.
Oh my
look at the leaves here.
And look at the colors.
Yeah.
Oh, that is just...
So all hand dyed and hand printed. We enjoy going out into nature, picking flowers and picking different leaves, and you know, we've even made acorn dyes from the acorn. We've been having a lot of fun. So yeah.
And who is the one of the three witches? Who is the one that says, now let's go with the acorn, or let's go with
That's
oak,
a good question. So our mentor is Claudia. She's our mentor. She has been teaching us now how to do the different methods of printing. We've been having a lot of fun. We get together and we make up potions. Now, the truth is you never know what's going to come out. That's what we feel like when we're mixing with these wooden spoons.
Really?
Yeah, you really can't tell. Nature is incredible, right? You put the dyes together, you put the flowers together, you put the yarns. We always use natural yarns, whether it be cottons or silks or wools. And we're doing these different mixes and printing and dyeing. And when it's actually finished, it's always a surprise, and always a lovely surprise.
So is that a heat process or a cold process?
So there's many different processes. I wish there was just one. It would make things so much easier. But for different yarns, you need to do different things. This is also a piece that that I think Michaela made this week actually. Again with beautiful prints and dyes.
But you go beyond that too, because look at the trim. I mean, that wasn't necessary, and it added so much.
Look at that.
Oh my word! Look at that. Gorgeous.
Yeah,
Gorgeous.
very, very beautiful. So that's a lot of fun, right? So, yeah.
So what if somebody comes to you and says, because you know we have so many new people coming to town, and they are all getting their dream homes here in the Hudson Valley. What if somebody comes to you and says, I need a curtain?
Yeah, so we do get orders. The thing with doing this is we can't guarantee what's going to come out, because nature is nature.
Hey, you know, that's
so
part of
absolutely we can do. That's a beautiful idea.
And what about What
And we
about
do
a wedding
cushions. We do
dress?
cushions. We do cushions. I don't know about wedding dresses. You'd have to
Oh,
ask
I
me better
think
about
so.
that. Yeah, maybe.
Oh, wouldn't
So you
wouldn't
know,
it
we
be
have these
beautiful?
pieces that we make. These are cushion covers. We have many cushions. Cushions sell very, very well for us. This is actually a beautiful piece that's made with rust. It's a rust print on velvet.
My daughter in California, who is an artist, recently sent me, last year, she sent me 5 or 6 scarves that are in that process. I recognize that.
Yeah.
But this I do not. This is luscious.
Yeah, it's very beautiful. So again,
your
you know, this,
colours
yeah. No, it's a lot of fun.
Your colors are so natural.
And the majority of the colors that we're using are from nature, and the flowers and all these printing is just so much fun. So we're having a good time, and you know, absolutely being able to sustainably do these products, because a lot of the products that we're doing, we're taking pre-existing products that otherwise would be thrown away, right? So we're taking and upcycling. So it's a lot of fun. Yeah.
Well, may I ask you this? You know, you are a marketer, and you're doing this, and you're saying that at this point, things are flying off the shelves. And I have noticed, because I pretty well stay in my own little booth all day long, but when I walk past, you've always got people at your booth, and your booth is different every time. So I know that things are coming and things are going. I don't see this as being something that will ever be mass produced.
No.
So you've got a product here which has an ethical streak, and it has a conscience. It has its own whatever it has, and you're not going to mass produce it.
No.
So it's special. It's
Everything,
very special.
Everything. So this is not this whole thing that we're up to, this little create possibilities, is really more about enjoying what we're doing, enjoying the process, this part of it. And it's not about making profit. It's really about creating beauty from recycling products, upcycling products, and enjoying the journey, so that somebody can then take this product, and it was somebody else's before, and now it's a whole new product, and somebody else can enjoy it. And that's part of the enjoyment. We've had orders for candles, for instance, from stores and everything who want hundreds, and we're not going to do it. That's not what it's all about.
That was my question. That was my next question. What happens when somebody wants 12 dozen?
We can do a dozen. We can do 10 special orders. We can do special orders. But as soon as the stores have started to ask about, you know, us coming and doing, you know, in the thousands, and it's not for us. We want to continue doing things by hand. We want to continue really doing each one individually with love and care, and so that the person who's buying that product or being given that product or donating it or whatever it is they're doing, that they feel connected to it in a special way. This is not anything except being really, really unique and feeling good and making a difference.
That's a breath of fresh air.
Thank you.
It is. It is a total breath of fresh air. And do you have plans for the winter?
So the winter, we will be doing a few markets. Actually, we'll be doing one in Brooklyn for the Christmas.
Oh, really?
Yes, and I don't remember the date, but it's just before Christmas. So we've never done a market there. We're working full time, so this is really something that we do on the side. So that's going to be. These markets are pretty exhausting, aren't they?
Yes.
Yeah. But we're going to do one Christmas market, and we will do a few events, whatever we, invited to. Our ideal would really have a little store somewhere in Woodstock where everything that we sell or present there would be about give back and would have the handmade and the artisan touch to it, and really support the different crafts in the world. That's what we would really love, is a small store.
If you were to do that, you could branch out to other associations beyond.
Exactly.
Although you're doing pretty good with the ones you have now. I mean, these are lovely.
We would love to continue to grow this. So, we have a number of people who've come to us with their crafts and with stuff they're doing, but it really needs to be unique, and it needs to be something that is about give back. Mm-hmm. So, we would love to expand that and have a physical presence in this beautiful town, at the moment, it doesn't look like something feasible because of finances. It's very expensive now.
Yes.
It's very expensive in Woodstock. But some small pop-up or something, we would love to do that through the winter. Yeah, that's what we would love.
And I'm sure that there are some places that might be available through the winter, but I do not know. And I know from having lived here for 20 years and looked for space, and even looking for space as far out as Boyceville. I mean, it's just, there is not now, and has not been in the past.
But you never know.
That's true.
The world is full of surprises, and we will continue to next year be in Woodstock. We have a workshop which you guys are welcome to visit. Just contact us beforehand, especially for the hand-printed items. But everything will be in the workshop. So,
when you have a workshop.
Yeah.
So you'll have something available in when? The spring?
Yeah, we should have a workshop by the beginning of the January. We should have a little.
Really?
Yeah, it may be even a little earlier, but we should have a workshop. We have a small workshop now where we're not able to bring people to because it's just too cramped. But we're looking forward to that. That will be fun. Yeah, we're looking forward to all the time creating new ideas, new opportunities for others and for ourselves and for these beautiful women in Haiti who are creating these products. That's HaitiProjects.org.
Well, also, when you create something, other people are able to feed off of that. Mm-hmm. I have a feeling, this is my own personal opinion, that when you create something, a person creates something, when you are creative, and it is from the heart, it ripples out.
Absolutely. It's the butterfly effect.
Oh, that's a lovely thought.
Yeah. So there is a whole theory around the butterfly effect.
Tell me about it.
So basically, I can't remember it to the exactness of it, but just think of those beautiful, very, very fine wings. How much wind do they actually make? But it's a tiny little thing that actually vibrates through the world, and it actually moves things. So that's how I like to think about what you were talking about, the ripple effect, the butterfly effect. So everything we're doing...
Where did you learn about the butterfly?
I can't remember. I can't remember.
Yeah.
But what I do know, and I know this really, really clearly for myself, is that, the vibrations that we have as human beings and how we speak and the messages we're giving and the actions that we take, they have an effect on others and on this world, on this universe. I know that. And I believe that, I'm not perfect. I'm far from it. And every time I'm, swearing in the car because somebody's annoyed me or I'm in a store and they haven't done something quick enough, and all those things that we happen to do, at least I happen to do, on occasion, you need to take that back and just go, okay, be kind, be nice, be good as you can, and it comes back. It makes a difference in the world. It really does. And that's what's happening here. So there's no product here that is just, let me just pour it, pass it on, pour it, pass it on. It's really done with hands, with love, with good vibrations, and a lot of artistic skills here. So yeah, that's what it's about.
And in Haiti now, you're talking, I'm going to take you back to the beginning of the program. You spoke for a moment about the beehives.
Mm-hmm. So the bees is a very important thing in the world, right? Bees are disappearing from the world. And we know how important they are for our ecosystem. So anybody who now has beehives, thank you. It's more and more important. And the fact that the cooperative now has beehives is wonderful. And we're seeing, especially, at the market, actually, Mawa's beautiful market, people love these products. They absolutely love them. And the bees are especially attractive to people. Although some people have a little fear of them about being stung, but people are beginning to understand the importance of the bees. You know a lot about the bees, right?
Yes. And so the question that I have with you is, this is in Haiti, and the cooperative has got beehives. So I am assuming, in my mind, the women in the cooperative have got the beehives, and so they have honey for their families.
They're starting to. It's a whole new project, so they're learning it. I mean, for instance, not everything works in Haiti, right? Some things are experiments. So, for instance, the lavender in here, they had originally wanted to grow in Haiti, but it was not possible to grow it there. So the lavender is actually imported. There's very few things. They have so little in Haiti. So a lot of stuff needs to be imported, which is kind of something that you need to take into consideration, that this product has actually been handmade in Haiti by beautiful, beautiful ingredients that have been donated or given from other places. So, yeah.
Well, but that's true not only of Haiti, but of the other islands in the Caribbean.
Yes, that's very true. Yes.
The things that we take for granted on the mainland of this North America are, in many cases, not available.
That's right.
And depending upon the island.
Absolutely. Yeah, these product line is really something that is, exquisite, because it's made with incredible ingredients, and it's made by hand and embroidered, etc. But together with that, if you think about it, for the Haitian women, this is probably something that they couldn't afford themselves. They wouldn't even have it themselves.
Right, they could not have it.
They're often at home without running water and without electricity. We're talking about really incredibly difficult conditions that the Haitians, a number of them, a huge percentage of them live. And through the work that they're doing, they're able to literally feed their children and send their children to school and support their families. So, having the opportunity to work with the US and with Europe, buying these products so that they're employed in the cooperative is amazing. I mean, it really means a lot to them. Literally, that is their work. It's not a hobby. We maybe embroider or knit as hobbies. This is how they feed their families. So, empower a woman, raise a village. That's how it is. Feed a family and raise a village. Empower a woman, feed a family, and raise a village.
Yes, and of course, that with planetary climate warming, climate change, planetary warming, it's very difficult. It's very difficult all over the planet.
Absolutely.
So we used to think that we were exempt, but of course we're not exempt anymore. So I am grateful that you are providing these opportunities for people to, with their purchases, become a part of an improvement of the village.
Exactly.
That we all, that we all have to participate in.
Oh yeah. And there's many organizations throughout the country. I hear all the time of beautiful work that people are doing, and I invite everybody in their life to participate in something that is giving to a good organization and is making a difference to humanity. That's what's needed today.
Well, and I think also that now you're going to be in Brooklyn before Christmas.
Yeah. Contact us. We'll be on Instagram with where we're going to be next.
Now, are you thinking beyond are you thinking about, okay, now where will we be in the spring, or where will we be in the summer?
We're hoping to have a little pop-up or store somewhere, and we will obviously, we love being in Woodstock, and it's a community that we enjoy very much. So Michaela, myself, and whoever wants to join us will be at the Mowers Market, I believe.
So you do plan to be at Mowers Market next summer?
Yeah, we plan to be next summer. If we're able to, the Haitians have difficulties exporting stuff from Haiti even, so sometimes there's nothing, and we sell these for them to stores. That's what mostly we're doing, so it's extraordinary that we actually have some products sitting on the table when I think of the infrastructure and the issues that they have right now, but together with that, we will continue being at the market next year, and in the meantime we're going to be online with our website. That's createpossibilities.co, not com.co, createpossibilities.co, and also we are on Instagram at create.possibilities. So
have you thought about having a booth at the farmers market here in Woodstock? Did you do that this last summer?
No, we didn't at the farmers market, and I'm not sure whether we actually have the right ingredients for them. And they're more about food and.
I think these ingredients would definitely. I know that before the pandemic, Mowers Meadow was open on Wednesday evenings as well as on Saturday and Sunday. And their opening corresponded with the farmers market, and you are as much a part of the farmers market as some of the people who have their booths at the Mowers Meadow now are also a part of the farmers market. Absolutely, the candles, the lavender pillows. Your essential oils, absolutely. I think if I can remember correctly, sometimes our memories are fantasy, but I was there on Wednesday evenings, and I loved doing the farmers market because I didn't do, I had nothing, but people did enjoy shopping. They did enjoy it.
I go to the farmers market. It's a beautiful market. I enjoy very much going to the
I definitely would expect it to continue. This would be a wonderful thing, especially the bees. Mm-hmm. The bees and the lavender and the candles and the essential oils absolutely would be perfect. Now you have these essential oils, and then you have a cream.
Would you like to try some?
You have a cream as well.
Yes.
Now this is a body lotion.
This is a hand and body lotion. It's incredibly moisturizing.
And this is something that you create with your daughter.
This no, not with my daughter. This is created in a special place in Long Island, and this is we have different smells. So again, this one is basil. I think that's actually more of a masculine smell.
It's luscious.
Yeah, and it very, very hydrating. And then we have the lavender spray, which is really wonderful for bedding as well. So that's wonderful to
and
spray.
And this is to get people off death row.
This is to get people, well, not off death row so much as and exonerated from the prison system that they've been in for like 25, 35 years.
I'm not critical of our prison system. It is what it is. It has evolved to what it has evolved to. But I keep thinking that hopefully we can come up with another option. Another option. And of course, those things take time.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
But
what they're doing in the Innocence Project is, really making sure that the people who've been wrongly incarcerated have the opportunity to be exonerated. And as you rightfully said earlier, it takes a long time.
Yes.
And it takes a lot of money, because even though when somebody has been, DNA has shown that they were not the actual person that did the crime, they are actually the victim. a victim of wrongfully incarceration.
Well,
it takes a long time to get them out of the system.
and then once you get them out of the system, no matter how, it does take a certain amount of therapy once they do get out of the system to bring them into this system.
And also, just think of the families that have suffered all that time. Sitting there knowing that their husband, their father, their whoever it is,
Daughter.
has been wrongfully, accused and incarcerated, and they've sometimes missed whole childhoods, whole lifetimes almost, until they get out. It's incredible. I really would love you to go up and listen to the stories. InnocenceProject.org or Joe Rogan, and the Joe Rogan one about the Innocence Project is with Josh and Barry, and I think that will be Peter and Barry, I should say, and that will be amazing.
You were talking about, you were listening to a podcast that was 2.5 hours long. For me to sit and talk on a program for 2.5 hours, you might as well ask me to talk for the rest of the year. And that is a long time.
Well, you're doing pretty well now.
I know, but an hour is my limit. It is definitely my limit. And you live here with your daughter in Woodstock?
No, I don't live with my daughter. No, I'm here part of the time. Yeah, the other part of the time I'm in Seacliff, New York, which is a beautiful little place. But I will be more and more up in Woodstock. Yeah.
We are so full. How many years have you been coming up to Woodstock?
I've been coming up to Woodstock probably since I came to the States, which is nearly, it's crazy, nearly 20 years now.
It is so full. I tell people, every sofa, every futon, every extra bed, every home that's B&B, every yurt, everything. It's full. We're full. And people contact me at least 2 or 3 times a week. They're looking for a place.
Interesting.
And I don't know where they're going to go. They're not going to do it here. And they're not going to do it even as far north as Albany, I don't believe.
It's a beautiful place to be right now. And, the world has changed. I think a lot of people have discovered nature and discovered being out of the city is a good feeling, right? And you who've been here, how many years have you been here?
I've been here almost 20.
20 years.
But by Woodstock standards, no, I'm still brand new.
You're brand new, yeah. But
totally.
There are people who've been here, for their whole lives, and it's extraordinary.
Well, those people are from Woodstock, but I'm not from Woodstock. Yeah. I just moved in and got a house and kicked somebody out.
Okay. So, you have people who've been here their whole lives, and it's interesting, I think, that a lot of people are disturbed by, a lot of people who are moving up here. And some people have said we embrace it. Woodstock has been like that over the centuries, always having people come and then go and then come and go. So it's interesting. It's a new phase for Woodstock. It's a bit busy on the streets. I think they should make the streets actually that you can't drive with cars. I think they should close them.
That's an interesting idea. Well, it's got as much merit as suggesting that we need traffic lights.
Okay, that's fair enough.
That's not going to happen. But that is true. I have people when I'm walking along the street, because, there's no sidewalks where I live. I live over on Tannery Brook and there's no sidewalks, and I have tourists stop and say, you got to do something about this. There's no sidewalks. You've got to get the sidewalks. And I always say to them, you're talking to the wrong person. I have no influence. I cannot control the sidewalks in Woodstock.
Well, it's interesting coming from Europe where everywhere there's sidewalks, right? Pavements. Coming to America, I was shocked. In most places there aren't sidewalks. And that's apparently because of the car industry here.
Yes.
Because everybody goes somewhere by car.
Right.
People mostly don't walk. So you don't see a lot of sidewalks in general.
Right.
Except maybe in the middle of the city.
Right.
So it's something that maybe is going to change as well, that people maybe are going to be driving less cars. I see a lot more bikes out there.
Oh, that would be wonderful. That would be wonderful. Except that I personally cannot ride a bike.
Okay. You and my daughter, she can't either.
No, it doesn't happen. You know, I guess I can't even do a scooter. There's no way.
That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that.
I'm suspecting we're going to have to go north of Albany before we can find houses to rent now.
It's possible.
You know. But it's not just the Hudson Valley. I have a daughter who lives in Southern California, and she cannot find any place to.
Really?
Yes. She's looking to buy and cannot, and she's been looking to buy for a year and has the money. It isn't, you know.
A lot of people are moving out of California, actually. A lot of people are moving to Texas.
Oh, God. Well, okay, that's fine. If you want to move to Texas, that's wonderful. I left Texas about 4 years
and
ago.
I can hear it from your accent.
I
People
left.
are moving there again now.
No, not coming back. I am not going, no. I have done the Texas thing. Like, I lived in Mexico, and when I left Mexico, everybody said, oh, well, but you can only come back, you can come back very quickly. No, I don't think I'll do that one. I don't think I'll do that one. I have done this. I'm going to move on to new turf. So, we need to spend the last couple of minutes that we have talking about how are we going to get in contact with you.
Sure.
And how, if I call, or is it mainly with the computer, or is that how we do it?
It's going to be or with the phone or the computer, where you will be contacting us through the website, which is createpossibilities.co. And we have an email address, which is we@createpossibilities.co.
Now, these clothes, these luscious clothes, where do we?
You can contact us again through info@createpossibilities.co, and we will make an appointment. You can come and see our collection.
Because those clothes are going to be gone.
Yeah.
If you wait.
No, these are usually, it goes in, but we do different batches. We just did a batch now, and then we usually sell out of those, or we do special orders. We will do special orders. But yeah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Yes, that's true. If somebody wants something, their creation is waiting for them.
Absolutely.
They
will find them.
They just have to put in the order.
Absolutely.
Okay. So it's been wonderful to have you come and visit.
Thank you so much for inviting me.
I am kind of looking forward to you coming back next summer, because I know that the tabletop is going to look completely different.
And I want to be able to say, about the winter, I look forward to sharing what we did through the winter, and about all the wonderful people who came to contribute to the organization. Again, HaitiProjects.org, InnocenceProject.org. I highly recommend you go up on those two websites, as long as you also come up on ours. No, that's fine. And really find out about these wonderful, wonderful organizations. Haiti, Innocence.
We'll do it.
Create possibilities for others.
Thank you very much for coming this evening.
Thank you.
And thank you very much, Ellen.
Thank you, Ellen.